Hello again, I'm Derek Marks. Now there's nothing like waking up to freshly baked bread first thing in the morning, or to be honest, if you're on some kind of special diet, avoiding all of the additives and preservatives that go into commercially baked bread. But just think of the possibilities, and Morphy Richards here have come up with such a great idea, a fast bake Coolwall bread maker. Now this can make a £2 loaf in under an hour. It's absolutely superb, and it's so simple to use. Just think of the possibilities. You can wake up to bread, you can make rolls and focaccias and all kinds of speciality breads. They're all out there in the shops, and you've got the opportunity to make them yourself very simply and easily. Now let's just explain just how simple this machine is to use. You've got the controls here at the front, and there are 12 pre-select settings, if you like, already. You can see already basic white loaf, French loaf, whole wheat, quick bake as well, right the way through to making dough for things like donuts and scones and things like that. You've got a jam setting on here as well, and it's very simple. Now there's also a delay timer in here, so you can actually make your bread, or actually prepare the bread and then delay the timer so that you can wake up to the bread already made. And it really is so simple. Everything you need is with it, and it comes with a full comprehensive set of instructions too. Now inside you've got the removable baking tin, and it's a £2 capacity tin, and inside in the bottom there you can see the paddle, and that does all the hard work for you. Now there's a couple of different ways, of course, that you can make your own bread. You can of course assemble the ingredients yourself, or what you can do, as we've done, is actually buy a pre-prepared mix. So just for ease of demonstration, I've just bought a packet mix. You can get those in all of the shops, but not ordinarily, of course, it's your flour, it's your yeast, some salt, and basically some water, plus whatever it is that you want to add to your loaf yourself. If you wanted to make olive bread, if you wanted to make bread with hazelnuts, or whatever you like in there, that's the great thing about having a bread maker. You can add your own ingredients, and if, like me, you're on a gluten-free diet, you can use the gluten-free flours as well. So all I've done, quite simply, is put the mix straight into the bowl. And the great thing about this, just before I kick this off, you can see at the top, actually there's a viewing window, so you can see the baking process all of the way through, which I just think is fantastic. So all I need to do is add the mix, as I've done already. You've got the measuring cup here. Remember to use tepid water when you're making bread, and just pop the water straight in. Anything else that you need, now's the time to put it in, but of course you can add things later if you need to as well. Close the lid and simply set the program. Now of course you've got different settings depending on your loaf size. I'm actually just going to go for a quick bake here, and you can also set how dark or light your loaf turns out to be. So if you like a real crusty loaf that's dark, you can do that and set it as well. So I'm literally just going to set to program number 4, which for me is a quick bake for 1 hour and 40 minutes. Simply press the start button and the paddle will immediately start, and away it goes. And we'll be back in about 1 hour and 3/4 to see the finished product. Well, here we are then, absolutely gorgeous aroma around the studio right now. It's 1 hour and 40 minutes later, and here is our loaf. So really all you have to do at the end is just open, enjoy the aroma. It's gorgeous. Be very careful to get the tin out. Make sure you've got an oven glove or something so that you can get this out. So literally you just pick up the basket like so, twist it out, and out it comes. And hopefully, I'll just hold that very carefully for you. Just tilt that forward. Can you see? There is our loaf. Now I'm just going to leave that for just a few minutes just to cool, and then I'll be able to take that loaf out for you. Okay, then I've just allowed this to cool just for time for demonstration, obviously. So all I need to do now is just tilt up the tin, and hopefully, fingers crossed, my loaf should, oh, brilliant, fantastic. My loaf, best to do this while it's still warm, of course. Take the loaf out, and there we are. The perfect, in this case, it's a wholemeal loaf, and it looks absolutely splendid, doesn't it? Really is. Shall we have a little cut open then and see? Oh, this is wonderful, isn't it? First thing in the morning, you know, you're having people round for dinner, you're having a special meal, and you want to come home to freshly baked bread. Straight in, a nice crusty loaf there. Let's go for a great big doorstep, shall we? There we go, I'm in. It's still warm, this one, so you know how much work. Look at that. how beautifully soft and spongy and how wonderfully crusty and crispy the crust is. It's fantastic. There you go. Well, that can be you every morning. That can be you with Italian breads, sharing breads, rolls, cakes, whatever it is, with this fantastic bread maker from Morphy Richards. Enjoy.